So UFC 319 just happened, and I've never been more pissed off in my entire life. I really wanted Dricus du Plessis to win this fight, since, he's an actual fighter. I'm not even kidding when I say this. Khamzat Chimaev makes Merab look like Dustin Poirier. I've made that joke in the past with other fighters, but I was kind of joking. But right now, I'm not even joking. Khamzat Chimaev makes Merab Willie look like Dustin Poirier or Justin Gaethje. I'm never going to complain about a Merab fight ever again because he actually stands and fights with you. He throws head kicks and everything. The fight started off decent, I guess. Khamzat took Dricus down, kind of just they controlled him on top, put him in a crucifix, was tapping his forehead like 150 times. Pretty much did absolutely nothing. Second round, pretty much the same thing. It was actually pretty similar to Joaquin Buckley versus Kamaru Usman, except Kamaru Usman actually is more of a fighter than Khamzat, and he did some damage on the ground, whereas Khamzat just got his body lock and then just kind of dragged Dricus du Plessis to the ground because he has inbred strength, because he's a dumbass and he's married to his cousin slash brother slash sister slash mom slash dad. He's married to all of them in one, if that's even possible, but it is. And now the middleweight division is doomed. I made so many videos. I made 2 videos on how Dricus du Plessis is going to beat Khamzat. And then I got the South African fans watching the video. They're typing down comments. They're actually being nice. I'm like, oh, these South African guys are awesome. I really want this Dricus guy to win. And then he gets wet blanketed for the next 25 minutes. And I would like to say a formal apology to Mark Goddard. I've said some pretty harsh things to Mark. I say, early stoppage. He's the king of early stoppages. And I always said he was the worst ref. I didn't hate him, but I just didn't like seeing him. When I saw he was reffing Charles Oliveira versus Ilia Topuria, I was like, oh, early stoppage incoming. Turns out it couldn't have been any more earlier, because Oliveira got brutally KO'd. This year has sucked. But anyways, back to Mark Goddard. He separated the fight in the 5th round, I think. I think he did it in the 4th and then 5th. Kind of BS, but at the same time, Khamzat was literally doing nothing except holding on to him and pretty much dry humping him for 25 minutes. So it's kind of reasonable, but I'm only saying that because I'm biased and I wanted Dricus to win. But Mark Goddard, you are one of my favorite referees now. I am never going to say anything bad about you ever again. You're in the top. I think you also separated Ankalaev and Pereira in the 4th or 5th round, one of the rounds. I love you, Mark. I'll never say anything bad about you ever again. And Dricus has lost. And now the middleweight division is in shambles. They have a champion who half his fans don't even show up for any other UFC event except for when Khamzat shows up, because they all believe in the same thing, if you know what I mean. And they're not real fans of the sport. They just want to push their agenda. And the middleweight division is in a terrible situation. You have Khamzat Chimaev, the middleweight champion, who fights once a year if he doesn't pull out of the fight. We're going to be lucky if we see this guy, like, forever. I wouldn't be surprised if they do their rematch with Dricus and Khamzat. Khamzat doesn't make it to the fight, and then they just, like, strip him or something, or they do an interim belt. That probably won't happen. He probably will show up to the fight. But I'm kind of excited for their rematch. I think they're going to do the rematch. They should, because du Plessis defended his belt, like, twice. And if Izzy can do it after defending his belt, like, once, and still get another one. If they give Izzy 2 immediate back-to-back title shots, they can give Dricus 1, considering Dricus beat his ass. And anytime this fight was standing, Dricus was destroying Khamzat. He was landing the better shots. All Khamzat did was just wrestle. Let's just wrestle. I hate this guy. I want Dricus du Plessis in the rematch to grab his lip and peel his lip off. Freaking cleft lip. I don't even know, cleft chin. I don't even know what his disgrace of a face is, but I want it out of the sport. And yeah, I guess they're doing a rematch, or dricus just moves up to light heavyweight, because I think he would do good up at light heavyweight. A lot less people who will hug you for the entire time of the fight, except Ankalaev. But Ankalaev will actually fight you. All of these fighters that we thought were boring. Merab. Some people thought Pantoja was boring. Not me. Don't get mad at me. Merab, Pantoja, Evloev, freaking Lerone Murphy. We all thought he was like the new Leon Edwards, where he's kind of boring. Turns out he's prime Francis Ngannou. Whenever he had an entertaining fight, it was just crazy. This year has really sucked for MMA fans. First, Alex Pereira loses to another inbred who it fights once a year. Then Charles Oliveira gets knocked out brutally in the first round. But the Oliveira loss wasn't even that bad because Ilya is at least a fighter and he'll actually fight people. So at least we'll still get cool fights with Ilya. And Ilya is a good guy. He doesn't do crypto scams on his fans and among a lot of other stuff. Look into it. And now dricus lost. What's next? This is what's going to happen next. This is what is going to happen next. Alex Pereira is going to get knocked out in his rematch with Ankalaev. Tom Aspinall is going to get knocked out by Cyril Gane. And then we'll have all the Jones fans and John Jones on Twitter. This is the guy who was supposed to beat me. I already know if Tom Aspinall loses, that's what John Jones is going to say. When Oliveira lost, I was depressed. When Dricus du Plessis lost, like literally 10 minutes ago, I am pissed off. When I was getting everything set up, I've never been more pissed off in my entire life. They're taking over the sport, inbreds, with their inbred strength. But anyways, that's my rant. Congratulations for Khamzat. He did win in dominant fashion, even though he did absolutely nothing except pretty much tickle Dricus. And anytime it was on the feet, Dricus was landing shots. And then he reversed a couple in the final round. And then he had a choke. And then when he almost had that choke in, I was so happy. But then nothing good can happen in the UFC anymore. We got 2 spinning elbows. That was pretty cool. If only Dricus could land one and knock out Khamzat cold. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. There's going to be no pictures or anything. But if you want to see more videos like this, then I have one on how I'm defending Michael Chandler. And Michael Chandler's actually not really done anything that bad. He's actually a pretty good guy, and he barely cheats. Just watch the video. And then I also have a video. I don't even know what the other video I posted is. Go check out my videos. You'll probably see them on the screen right now. And now I'm going to have to live with all these stupid casual fans. You know who they are. Comment on my videos about Dricus and my shorts about Dricus winning. Dricus is going to win that rematch, though. Mark my words. Dricus is going to win that rematch. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Bitch ass Khamzat.